Hello Team Zug, and today we're back with another custom showcase video. This is probably the last video I'm going to be making for a while, since I'm going to be going on holiday. Yeah. Let's see what I made. Now, these are all just go push on customs I made because I'm making an upcoming project. So here they are. My own just go customs of Sidney. Oh, sorry. Bill. Ben. And Murdoch. So let's start with Sidney. Sidney was made out of a diesel, but not a regular diesel. He was made out of a color changing diesel. The only reason I decided to make Sidney was because Asda was literally selling them for free. No, not Asda. Argos, sorry. I got them mixed up. Argos was selling bunch of color chain diesels, a bunch of color chain Thomas and Brunos. I picked one diesel up and one Thomas up. Yeah. I picked the diesel up. I decided, you know what, I'll make Sidney. I done Sidney. Originally he was, sorry about that. Anyway, Sidney was originally gonna be a one day job, but unfortunately, there was an accident. I tried to put his face on, but it wouldn't go back on because the stupid screws right here, these are triangle screws. I hate those things so much. At first, they didn't want to come off. I don't know why they wouldn't remove. Like, triangle screwdriver didn't, it fit. Screwdriver did fit, but it wouldn't move. Did Mattel glue these on now? That kind of explains a lot, but still, it's just really frustrating. So I had to remove the face with pliers. Hence why it's not in properly. And when I tried to put it back on, it wouldn't want to come in. So I ruined the model because originally Sidney was going to have hazard stripes around the yellow bit, but it was destroyed. The face was ruined, so I had to do it all over again. I eventually got to a point where I was happy with. The problem is there's no heat in my shed, so yeah. I'm really happy with Sidney. I have big plans for Sidney. Fun fact, people are wondering why I haven't made Sidney alongside Paxton, and some people thought that this was Sidney. But at one point, I was considering putting Sidney into the Origins Go movie, but I decided I had too many characters, so Sidney ended up being scrapped. So, plus, I don't think having two failed diesels in Smoke's Empire would have been more impact, so yeah. But Sidney's here now, so I have big plans for him. Right, next up we got Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben were characters always wanted to put into All Engines Go, because it's Bill and Ben. Who doesn't love Bill and Ben? I didn't really find an interesting way to put them in until recently. So I used two All Engines Go personal Percys that I bought from eBay, and I basically almost copied the same style as I made with Pug. Granted, it's her second design, not her first. Anyways, I did make a few differences. One, I added a Edgerine Clay as a toolbox for both Bill and Ben. I added this thing because I discovered that's part of the cell tank. And unlike Pug, which over time I added the part over her original side tank, I just added it full time. Yup. And the reason why I wanted to make Bill and Ben from Origins Go was so I could do something with them and Edward. Because in my universe, Edward is Bill and Ben's dad. Yeah, It's actually a really funny story how it happens. Like, basically, my idea is Edward goes to the mainland a few years ago, and he met his female engine. They hit off. They had a relationship for a while, but they broke up. But Edward doesn't know that she was pregnant with twins. And so the irony is, I don't know if I want to use a character like Molly because honestly, Molly does have Bill and Ben's paint job. I was originally going to make an OC, but I think that might be too good of an opportunity to pass. I'm sorry, I just can't help thinking the idea of Edward smashing Molly. Oh my god, that'll be hilarious. Yeah, and Edward's like a few years older than her. It's just funny. Okay, it's not that funny. Don't take it out of context. She was an adult when they met. Don't worry, Edward's not a bad person. Don't worry. He's not one of those people. Edward's a good boy. Anyways, Edward ends up raising Bill and Ben because, you know, he wants to be a good dad. Yeah, I think that would work. That would be a nice little story. So yeah, that's Bill and Ben. Yeah, Bill was a bit troublesome with his lining over there, but I think it turned out alright. The wheels were from a hero, so I swapped them out, and that's one of the main reasons why I made the final custom. And here's the final custom of the day. Murdoch. So originally I had no plans to make Murdoch into my All Just Go universe, but since since I'm using the wheels from a hero, because yes, I did make Murdoch out of a hero. Granted, I did several pieces. Like, I removed the lamp and hero's thing there, and the dome. Yeah, originally, I wasn't going to have Murdoch in my universe because, well, no one has seen him since 2008. I can't believe it's been like, what, 15 years since we last saw Murdoch. But since I'm using Hero's wheels for Bill and Ben, I thought, why not? It'd be nice. And yeah. So Murdoch, I giving him his livery. I had to buy it from a store. If you want to know what the paint job I use for Murdoch, it's not actually orange or any kind of it. It's called Sunshine Yellow. So I guess Murdoch is technically painted yellow instead of orange. But the color looks a bit like orange, so I'm not complaining. So yeah, but I did give him proper orange eyes. That's really cute. I have a big headcanon for Murdoch, and it's actually a bit sweet. And my big plan is I want to do something with him and Bruno, because I have a headcanon for Murdoch. Well, it's not really my headcanon, it's a headcanon that I really like. That is, Murdoch is autistic. And I actually like that. It's actually kind of sweet. Like, Murdoch's like this older character with autism, because in media, we don't really have a character with, like, an adult character with autism. We might have. I think I might have seen, like, one. I mean, I can't really remember. Most protections of autism characters is that they are, kids. Like, little kids. And that's really important. But I also want to have, like, a few characters that are, like, around young adults that struggle with it. Yeah. As an autistic person myself, who's going through life, I can actually relate to it. So I want Murdoch to be representing the people with autism who, is adults. Yeah, but Murdoch's like a really cool guy. If you give him peace and quiet, and Bruno, like, he and Bruno are really good friends, then you'll get his respect. Like, I have big plans for Murdoch. I might make a separate special for him, actually, just to explore the idea. So yeah, that was my customs of Murdoch, Ben, Bill, and Sidney. So yeah, that was my custom showcase on Sidney, Bill, Ben, and Murdoch. I hope you enjoyed this. Now, sadly, this might be my last video for a while because I'm going on holiday today, so yeah. Goodbye, guys. This is Team Zug, signing out. Peace out, and have a good day.